Hello, future biologists. Welcome to an exciting journey into the microscopic world of anatomy of flowering plants. Today, we are diving deep into the tissues, the fundamental building blocks that make up every part of a plant. From how a tiny seedling grows into a towering tree, to how water reaches its topmost leaves, it all starts with tissues. We'll explore this fascinating topic through 4 levels: easy, medium, hard, and hardest, preparing you for success in NEET and beyond. Let's begin. Ready to discover the basic units that make up plants? Let's start with the easy concepts of plant tissues. Imagine a plant like a building. Just as a building has bricks, cement, and steel, a plant has different types of cells grouped into tissues. These tissues are like specialized teams, each with a specific job. For example, some tissues help the plant grow taller, some give it strength, and others transport water and food. A plant tissue is simply a group of cells that originated from the same place and work together to perform a common function. Understanding these tissues is key to understanding how a whole plant functions and survives. Plant tissues are broadly categorized into 2 main types. First, we have meristematic tissues, which are like the growth engines of the plant. Their cells are always dividing, allowing the plant to grow in length and thickness. You'll find them at the tips of roots and shoots, and along the sides. Second, we have permanent tissues. These cells have graduated from dividing and have specialized to perform specific, long-term functions such as storing food, providing support, or transporting substances. They form the bulk of the plant's body. Now, let's test your understanding of the basics. Take a moment to answer these 3 questions. What defines a plant tissue? Which tissue type is responsible for plant growth? And can you name the 2 main categories of permanent tissues? Think carefully about the functions we just discussed. Alright, you've got the basics down. Let's now delve a bit deeper into the intricate world of plant tissues at the medium level. Plant tissues are not just random collections of cells, they are highly organized structures that form the very foundation of plant life. Each tissue system plays a crucial role in enabling a plant to grow, adapt, and thrive in its environment. Think of them as specialized departments within a plant's organization. From the protective outer layers to the internal transport networks, these tissues work in perfect harmony. They allow plants to perform essential functions like photosynthesis, absorb water and nutrients, and stand tall against gravity and wind. Let's explore meristematic tissues in more detail. The apical meristem, found at the very tips of roots and shoots, drives primary growth, making the plant longer. The intercalary meristem, often found in grasses, helps parts like leaves grow back after being grazed. Then there's the lateral meristem, which includes the vascular cambium and cork cambium. These are responsible for secondary growth, increasing the plant's girth and making stems thicker and stronger. These dynamic tissues ensure continuous growth throughout the plant's lifespan. Moving on to permanent tissues, these cells have stopped dividing and have specialized for specific tasks. Simple permanent tissues, like parenchyma, are involved in storage and photosynthesis. Collenchyma provides flexible support to young stems, and sclerenchyma offers rigid, strong support to mature parts. Complex permanent tissues, like xylem and phloem, are the plant's sophisticated plumbing system. Xylem transports water and minerals from roots to leaves, while phloem distributes food, like sugars, from the leaves to every other part of the plant, ensuring all cells receive nourishment. Time to practice your medium-level understanding. Consider these 5 questions. Which meristem is responsible for increasing plant girth? Name the 3 types of simple permanent tissues. What are the main functions of xylem and phloem? Which permanent tissue provides flexible support? And finally, list the 3 major plant tissue systems. Pause and try to recall the key details we've just covered. Excellent progress. Now, Let's challenge ourselves further and explore the hard-level concepts of plant tissues. At the hard level, we analyze the critical distinction between primary and secondary growth, driven by different meristems. Apical and intercalary meristems are the engines of primary growth, responsible for the plant's elongation and the formation of its primary body. In contrast, lateral meristems, specifically the vascular and cork cambia, are the architects of secondary growth. They increase the plant's girth, producing wood and bark, which are essential for long-term structural integrity and survival in mature plants. Understanding this interplay is key to comprehending how plants achieve their diverse forms. Let's dive deeper into the simple permanent tissues. Parenchyma cells, with their thin walls and living nature, are versatile, handling storage, photosynthesis, and even wound repair. Collenchyma cells, with their unevenly thickened primary walls, provide flexible support to young, growing stems and leaves, allowing them to bend without breaking. Sclerenchyma, comprising dead cells with thick, lignified walls, offers rigid, robust support and protection to mature plant parts, forming the hard shells of nuts or the strong fibers of a stem. Each tissue is perfectly adapted for its unique role. Now, let's connect the dots with complex permanent tissues and tissue systems. Xylem, with its tracheids and vessels, forms a highly efficient, unidirectional pipeline for water and mineral transport, defying gravity. Phloem, featuring sieve tube elements and companion cells, is a bidirectional transport system for sugars, fueling growth and metabolism throughout the plant. These vascular tissues are organized into the vascular tissue system, which, along with the epidermal tissue system for protection and the ground tissue system for bulk functions, forms a seamlessly integrated and functional plant body. This intricate coordination ensures the plant's survival and growth. It's time for some hard-level practice questions. Try to answer these 7 questions, differentiate between primary and secondary growth. Describe the structural features and functions of parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. List the components of xylem and phloem. Explain the roles of the 3 plant tissue systems. How do xerophytes adapt their tissues for water conservation? Which tissue system provides the main structural support in young stems? And finally, what is the primary function of sieve tube elements and companion cells? You've mastered the hard concepts. Now, prepare to tackle the ultimate challenge with the hardest level, exploring competitive depth and engineering insights into plant tissues. At this advanced level, we explore the developmental origins of tissues. The protoderm, procambium, and ground meristem are not just names, they are the embryonic blueprints that differentiate into the epidermal, vascular, and ground tissue systems respectively. This precise developmental pathway, orchestrated by intricate genetic programs and hormonal signaling, dictates the exact placement and specialization of every cell type. This understanding of cell fate and potency, where meristematic cells have the ability to differentiate into various specialized tissues, is fundamental to plant biology and forms the basis for advanced biotechnological applications like tissue culture. Let's appreciate the engineering marvels within plant tissues. Consider the mechanical strength. Collenchyma provides flexible, growing support, much like a reinforced polymer, allowing young stems to sway. Sclerenchyma, with its lignified walls, acts as a plant's biological rebar, offering rigid, unyielding support against immense forces. In fluid dynamics, xylem's narrow, lignified vessels and tracheids minimize cavitation and maximize capillary action, defying gravity to transport water, a feat of natural plumbing. Phloem's pressure flow mechanism, driven by active sugar loading, is a sophisticated system for resource allocation, ensuring efficient nutrient distribution throughout the plant, much like a complex irrigation network. Beyond the basic classifications, plant tissues exhibit remarkable specialization. We have secretory tissues like glandular trichomes and nectaries for defense and attraction. Absorptive tissues, like root hairs, are epidermal modifications maximizing surface area. Erynkema, a specialized parenchyma, provides buoyancy and gas exchange in aquatic plants. In secondary growth, the paroderm, formed by the cork cambium, replaces the epidermis. This multi-layered protective barrier, comprising phloem, phloem, and phloderm, is crucial for mature woody plants. Cork cells, impregnated with suberin, act as an impermeable shield, while lenticels provide essential gas exchange through this otherwise impervious layer. Even idioblasts, isolated cells with unique contents, add to the complexity and functional diversity of plant tissues. The understanding of plant tissues extends into groundbreaking fields like tissue culture and biotechnology. The inherent totipotency of plant cells, their ability to regenerate into a whole plant from a single cell, is the bedrock of micropropagation. This technique allows for rapid, large-scale production of genetically identical, disease-free plants, revolutionizing agriculture and conservation. Callus culture, where undifferentiated cell masses are grown in vitro, is a powerful tool for genetic engineering and studying cellular differentiation. Furthermore, manipulating these tissues has led to innovations like somatic hybridization, enabling us to create novel plant varieties with enhanced traits, profoundly impacting food security and sustainable agriculture. Test your competitive edge with these first 5 hardest level questions. Explain the role of protoderm, procambium, and ground meristem in tissue differentiation. How do the biomechanical properties of collenchyma and sclerenchyma optimize plant support? Describe the engineering principles behind xylem's water transport efficiency. Elaborate on the specialized functions of erynkema and secretae tissues. And what is the significance of the paroderm and lenticels in secondary growth? Continue to challenge yourself with the remaining 5 hardest level questions. Discuss the principle of totipotency and its application in plant tissue culture. How does the pressure flow hypothesis explain phloem transport at a quantitative level? Compare and contrast the tissue adaptations of xerophytes and hydrophytes. Explain the concept of idioblasts and their functional relevance. And finally, how has the advanced understanding of plant tissues contributed to agricultural biotechnology and crop improvement strategies? You've navigated the intricate world of plant tissues, from basic definitions to advanced biotechnological applications. We hope this journey has sparked your curiosity and deepened your understanding for NEET biology. For more such engaging and comprehensive educational content, covering all levels of difficulty, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for continuous learning. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep growing. See you in the next session.